There are a few really good homegrown midfielders in the Premier League right now. Do you think he's the best of them? You've got to think of the likes of Jack Grealish as well, James Maddison.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Gareth Southgate, the England manager, you've got a real challenge on your hands for the summer for the Euros, because I'd imagine you can only pick maybe two of those players, two attacking midfielders. And I think, for me, Foden is the best because, Grealish is a player, he's got great talent, he's a great dribbler, great with assists, and Maddison scores a few more goals. He's quick with his feet. He's probably, he can make things happen a bit quicker than Grealish. But Foden, to me, is a kind of a combination. He's also got this incredible burst of pace, which the other two don't quite have. And I think that, for me, makes him the all-round package. I think you can throw in Mason Mount in that group as well, who's had a good season at Chelsea. And look at Ross Barkley, had a great start to the season at Aston Villa, and now he's probably fifth in the queue. But for me, Phil Foden is at the head of it because he's doing it for the best team in the country. He's doing it in big games. He's doing it in the Champions League as well. So they're all following him. Grealish, Maddison, Barkley, Mason Mount, they're all following Phil Foden right now.
And obviously, Phil Foden is a player that everybody always wanted to see more of. Do you think that's going to be the case, that we will now see more and more of him with what we've been seeing from him on the pitch?
Yeah, well, I think he's only 20. And I think, the one thing that will stand him in good stead this year is the fact that Euros were delayed last summer. I think if the Euros had happened in 2020, he wouldn't have made the squad. He might have just made the squad and been sat on the bench for the tournament. I think now he'll be 21 when the tournament comes around, and he will, for me, be a starting player. And if he starts for England and England do well, he could suddenly, propel himself as to one of the real stars of the game. He's playing for the best team in England. He's winning trophies, and he could dominate or have a great, major tournament with the Euros this summer. So he's got the world at his feet. And, I think at the moment, he's really lapping it up, and he's showing what a great player he is. And he's at the best place in the Pep Guardiola at Man City.
Another great player, one of the greatest, is Lionel Messi. Does City actually need him right now?
It's a good question. I think, Lionel Messi is arguably the greatest player ever, along with Ronaldo and people like Pele and Maradona. He's in that debate, isn't he? He's up there. And I think if any club had the chance to sign him, even at 34, which will be at the start of next season, you take it. Now, Man City have got the money to do it. They've got the ambition to do it. But do they need Lionel Messi? They don't need him for goals. They score enough goals as it is. They don't need him to win the Champions League because he hasn't done it for Barcelona for 6 years. So he's not a key to unlock the door to the Champions League. But if he comes to the club, as great as he is, what happens to Kevin De Bruyne? What happens to Raheem Sterling? What happens to Phil Foden? What happens to Bernardo Silva? There's a risk that he goes to Man City and he could disrupt what they've got going there. So, if City have a chance to get him, they'll get him. I don't think they'll pass up on it because I don't think there's a negative for it. But I think there is a negative in the sense that it could disrupt what a great attacking outlet they have. And they certainly wouldn't want to disrupt the development of Phil Foden to bring in Lionel Messi, who, let's look at his stats and his goals in the last 18 months. He's not producing like he used to do. So maybe Messi isn't the player he was. So do you sacrifice your great attacking quality to bring him in? Probably will do, yes, but I think that they don't need him.
Maybe that's what Messi needs, though, Mark. Maybe he needs better quality players around him in the attack, and then everything will come together for both Manchester City and Lionel Messi when it comes to the Champions League.
Yeah, maybe the selling point from Pep Guardiola could be, look, come to Man City, Lionel, and, you'll have to fight for your place alongside, Foden and Silva, which, by rights he should do because every player has to earn the place. But I don't think Lionel Messi is going anywhere to sit on the bench or to fight for his place. He's going to be in the team, the main man, the number one. But there's quite a few main men at Man City right now. There's quite a few top dogs, people like Kevin De Bruyne, the alpha males in that squad. There's quite a few. So which alpha male is going to be prepared to sacrifice himself for the alpha male that is Lionel Messi? It's going to be, it'll be interesting if it happens. I think there's a very good chance it will.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.